everybody, and welcome back to a new video. And today I'm gonna talk a bit more about Germany and what's all about it. So today I want to just focus on my story and my background, why I came here and how did I do that. So let's start with the why. And well, the first thing first, I moved here when I was 18, right after high school. So my number one reason was the amazing education that you can get here, and also it's almost for free, so that's really great as well. Plus, lots of universities here in Germany are usually ranking all the top lists, especially for the Europe-based universities. For example, the university that I went to in Munich, Ludwig Maximilian's uni, it's always one of the top unis from Europe. It's also one of the elite unis, at least that's what they call it here. And yeah, so I'm really happy to have had this opportunity to go to a German university here, and well, at least that was my number one reason, and it really worked well, so that's great. And my number two reason was the structure and stability in Germany. Well, simply because in our country back home, there is of course also structure and stability, but it's a bit less of a level of that, simply because, well, the size of the country, historical reasons, etc. Germany has a lot more of it, so I really wanted to also have that, to experience that. And well, now that I have lived in a lot of the structure and stability, I really appreciate it, and it's really nice. So if you also are seeking for something like that, I think it's a really nice place to be. And my next reason was, so Germany, as you already probably know, has a really high standard of living. So if you are in Germany, if you're living here, you're employed here, you probably are pretty happy with your life in general. So you probably have a job, you have possibilities to attend maybe some courses, etc. You also can go out quite often. You probably also can afford going on vacation, and your kids, if you have kids of course, can probably also attend kindergarten and school, simply because, well, a lot of things are really affordable, and also the salaries are pretty good, so a family can make a living here. And this is also not always possible, not in every country that's possible. Also, for example, myself as an example, during studies here I could work, so I could already make a living while I was still studying, and I didn't have to go into terrible debt because, well, education is free, so there is only the administrative fee, and you can work part-time next to your studies, so you can actually pay all of your living expenses. So just starting from this, this was also like really important for me personally, because back home usually it's not possible to get this kind of jobs, simply because, well, first of all, of course, the salaries are super low, so like the hourly rate is extremely low. So even if I would be working part-time there, so it still wouldn't be enough even to just cover probably my food, etc. Simply because, well, the life there is still expensive, but you cannot earn as much as you can earn here. And yeah, luckily I did move to Germany, so I could both work and study at the same time and not starve or go into terrible debt. And speaking of all this working situation, Germany is really great place if you are looking for a career. So Germany has really great job market with lots of open position in different areas, of course, but yeah, also now, looking back, comparing 10 years ago and now, there are also lots of jobs open for non-German speakers. So for example, working only in English or in maybe some other language, when you're just starting out and just learning German, you can already do that. And of course there's lots of industry, like if you love cars, of course Germany is perfect for that. You can go work for BMW, Audi, or maybe like Volkswagen or something else. So yeah, there's also actually fashion, what I discovered. So lots of fashion brands are from Germany, like maybe MCM or like Hallhuber, etc. Lots of designers are from Germany, and specifically Munich. And yeah, also beauty products, you know, German beauty area is also pretty good, or like medicine. German medicine, of course, is famous probably all around the globe. And if you want to also study medicine here, it's really good. A friend of mine did that. She was really happy about it, and now she's a real doctor. Yay. So yeah, there are so many possibilities here, whatever you want to do. So if you want to just work, if you want to also study, if you want to have a family here, you would be able to do that. And one more thing that I was really looking for was also the safety outside, like on the streets, because back home, like after the dark, I would usually either be picked up by my mom or get a taxi. But here I can, of course, easily go out after the dark and go wherever I need to go and not really worry. Of course, still being careful and paying attention to my surroundings, but still, at least it's not as bad as it was back home. Although, of course, maybe things changed. I haven't lived there for a while, but yeah. This was kind of my main point why I moved to Germany, and now I'm going to tell you how I did that. And yeah, so as I said, I was 18, straight out of high school. So first of all, of course, I need to thank my parents because they supported me financially for the first couple of years. And yeah, so another point is that I am a European Union citizen, so I don't need any visa, any work permit, etc. So basically all I needed to do is decide where I want to go, get my tickets, pack my bags and come, and then all of the other stuff was already happening here in Germany. So yeah, I did all of that. So right after high school, I already had my tickets booked, one way, no return ticket, and my bags packed. So I came here with 2 luggages. I had a hotel booked for, I believe, 4 nights, and before that, like a couple of weeks before leaving, I started messaging everybody on all of these platforms for like apartment search, room search, etc. And I was really lucky because this is not how it usually happens. So I was really lucky that one older couple, they actually responded to my email, written very poorly because I was using the like Google Translator of 2010, so really bad translation. But anyway, this couple, they responded to me and they offered to view the apartment, the like mini apartment studio on the last day of the hotel stay. So basically in the morning on the last like day when I had to check out, I went there like to another part of the city to see this studio apartment in the morning. We signed the contract immediately that same morning. Then I had to run back to the hotel to pick up my bags because the check-in was like at 12 o'clock, I think, and I was there already like at 12, probably 05 or something, but luckily, yeah, everything was fine. And then I just picked up my bags from the hotel and went then straight back to that place for, you know, moving in. And yeah, that place was also like furnished with all the dishes, etc. So it was really nice for a start. Yeah, but that's not how usually it happens, especially nowadays. The like housing market in Munich is terrible, so probably you should book your first stay for a bit longer than a couple of days. That was really optimistic doing that, and I would not recommend. But yeah, so this can happen. However, of course, sometimes you need to make a bit more effort and also be lucky simply to do that. It's a lot easier to rent a room or a furnished apartment. So if you're just moving, just look for something like that. Maybe also a sublet. Lots of people just do the sublet because they don't want to lose their permanent rental agreement. So there are kind of options to do that. Yeah, so actually that was kind of really quick and successful, I would say. And so basically after moving into that studio apartment, I already had my German classes scheduled starting from Monday. So basically just everything happened within a few days, and it was just simply luck and also some planning. So most important part is of course planning, especially if you're moving internationally, and if you're moving also with a family, not just a young person. So if you need like to take care of your like all the family documents, like, you know, birth certificates, etc., if you have kids, because you will have to register them at kindergarten, school, etc. So think about everything, just, you know, do your research, what you might need, kind of you know, certificates, I don't know, whatever else people accumulate over the time on this planet. And also financially, well, you need finances for the move. So like usually if you are renting an apartment, you need to pay a lot of money, so you need to calculate how much it would cost. You need to also, you know, buy the tickets, the food, etc. If you're moving already for the job, maybe your new workplace, they have some connections they could recommend, maybe like a real estate agent or something. Generally just also be very curious about getting all the information, and also ask around, because, you know, people know stuff, people also know people, so you might be just lucky and get all of that sorted even before having moved here. Yeah, so now speaking further, so after I have moved here, you know, got my first place to stay, started the German courses, it still felt like I was not properly here, because, well, also like I got, you know, slowly all like the phone number, the bank account, etc., etc. And I'm really grateful, just simply because to my parents, because I didn't have to look for a job right away, so I could start slowly. And yeah, so in general I would say just be ready for any kind of scenario, and try to use all the opportunities you have. And yeah, I hope also, like, if you have any questions, that you would leave them down in the comment section. So also maybe if you want to know more about different ways of how to legally move to Germany, so like for example, if you're not a European Union citizen, what would you need to do to move here, because there are lots of different ways of doing that, and I would be happy to tell you more about it if you have any questions. So I'll be waiting for that. And yeah, so for today that was it. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.